Welcome to another episode of Doing It Cheap. Well, I was supposed to be showing y'all how to process some good old deer meat and get it ready for cooking, but it's got to thaw out. I had a big old hindquarter in the freezer, and it's got to thaw out before I can show you how. So every year about this time, here it is, a couple of days before Christmas Eve, I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I buy Christmas presents for my grandchildren after Christmas, so that I'm buying 50% off. Anyway, I got a bunch of Christmas presents. I never remember how much I buy for them, and I got a bunch of wrapping to do. And I also make goodies, candy and treats and fudge and all that. So my daughter-in-law absolutely loves my peanut butter fudge. So I thought I'd make a video on how to do it because it's so easy to make. And what I like about mine is there's no refrigeration to worry about. You use the microwave for just a little bit, but stay tuned and watch how easy it is to make this fudge. Well, there's some chocolate covered peanut butter balls that I made, and the remnants of some Rice Krispie treats. My kids' stuff is in these boxes here. I have 3 children, and I got to treat them all the same. That was left over from heating up chocolate to dip in peanut butter fudge balls in. But what we're going to make here is we're going to make us some peanut butter fudge, and we're not going to get hung up on the details of how much of whatever do you need. The neat thing about my fudge is it's equal parts. It's equal parts butter and peanut butter. Okay? Just remember, if you want to make a little batch, use 1 stick of butter and 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Big batch, whatever. All you do is use the same amount of butter as you do peanut butter. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put the butter in the microwave in that bowl right there. I'm going to warm up that butter to where it's a liquid. Then I'm going to add peanut butter to it. I'm going to stir it up and put it back in the microwave just to get the peanut butter warm. Alright? So I'm going to take a pause. We'll be back in a minute. Now, it took I think it took 3 30-second blasts in the microwave to get those 2 sticks of butter melted down. They were in a cold refrigerator. It'd been quicker if I'd planned ahead and let my butter set out and get to room temperature. But I didn't plan that far ahead. Alright. So anyway, I put 2 sticks of butter in that bowl. So I need a cup of peanut butter. And I just use whatever peanut butter I can find cheap. I mean, by the time you start adding sugar and butter and everything to peanut butter, you're going to change the original flavor anyway, so what the hell. Alright. So anyway, I got a cup of butter in here, and to that I'm going to add a cup of peanut butter. I don't always measure what I'm doing, but when it's something like this where it is critical, I do make the effort to measure. So we got us a cup of peanut butter and a cup of regular butter. Now, all I'm going to do is try to mix this up a little bit, best I can. Then I'm going to put it in the microwave on 30-second blasts. And I want this to get creamy. It's going to mix up pretty good, but you don't want to burn it. And that's why you want to do it 30 seconds at a time. But the advantage to my fudge versus some of these others is mine don't require that you chill it in the refrigerator. It makes me nervous, especially whenever I'm giving away this fudge as gifts. It makes me nervous if I've got to refrigerate it for it to stiffen up. And you know what, folks? I ain't even gonna have to microwave that. Look at that. That's nice and creamy. Well, we're ready to go. All right. So all I did was heat my butter. And I stirred in my creamy peanut butter. And since I don't want this to be blazing hot, only to have to cool back off, we're just gonna start adding confectioner's sugar. And I will actually work this sugar in until I have to mix it with my hands. Because we're going to mix this until we've added so much confectioner's sugar to it that it actually just dries up. And when it does that, then once it's dried up, then it's going to have some shelf life. Of course, my peanut butter fudge never lasts very long on the shelf anyway. It always gets eat up pretty darn quick. And I don't bother measuring how much confectioner's sugar I'm putting in there. I just put it in there till it won't take no more. And of course, I don't cut my fudge up into 1-inch squares though. It's too rich for that. It'd actually be more like a 1/2-inch cube. Oh Lord, making my arm get sore. Add some more. I've been talking to some folks from Scotland and Ireland. I've been talking to some Jewish people and talking about being thrifty. And Gypsy over there said her husband's a mighty thrifty. And I says, he ain't as thrifty as I am. And I was talking to this Jewish feller named Jim. I think he's down there in Florida. He's talking about being thrifty. And I said, you ain't as thrifty as I am. So we decided to have a contest. We each took 10 cents. We took 10 cents and we agreed that we would meet or discuss in 3 days what value we had gotten for our dime. Well, we each took a dime, and then 3 days later we got together on the internet, and my old buddy down in Florida, he said I bought a 10-cent pack of vegetable seeds, and I'm gonna plant them out in my garden, and I'm gonna get vegetables for my dime. Well, me and Gypsy over in Scotland, we thought that was pretty good. That's pretty good, you know, vegetables. And she said, well, that ain't nothing. She said, I bought a 5-cent packet of seeds and a 5-cent cigar. She said, I smoked 1/2 the first day, 1/2 the second day, and on the end of the third day, she said, I mixed the ashes, I saved them ashes off that cigar, mixed them with the seeds, and now I've got fertilizer for my seeds that I planted in the yard. We all agreed that was pretty darn thrifty. But I told them, I said, y'all don't understand, my channel is doing it cheap. I said, I bought a 10-cent sausage. I ate 1/2 the first day. I ate 1/2 the second day. And that night, I had saved the skin from that sausage, and I tied a knot in one end. I used it for rubber. I told him, I said, I got up this morning, I took a shit in it. I tied it off, and I took it back to the sausage man, and I said, Mr. Sausage Man, this sausage tastes like shit. He took one bite out of it, and he says, damn, you're right. He gave me my dime back. All right, well, if you notice here now, This has got so stiff that I'm not able to do much with this flexible spatula. So now comes the time we get our hands right in the middle of it. I want to add me some more sugar to it. Because the idea is you want your fudge to be stiff, right? And I just keep adding confectioner sugar until it won't take no more. Now it's fudge right there. That's fudge. But I want it stiffer than that. You see all that sugar? That's why it don't take much of this now to do you. Be nice if I had one of them big old mixers with a dough hook on it. Alright, now it's starting to dry up because it's starting to get crumbly, that's what I'm after right there. It's even getting hard to squeeze now. Oh yeah. Alright. Now, I'll brush this off in a bowl for another project. Oh my goodness, that's good. Look at that. Now that right there is some good fudge. That is so easy to make. All I did was melt butter and mix in some peanut butter and a shitload of confectioner sugar. So, I don't know what to tell you folks, except Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year's, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day. Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye. I thought I'd add this little bit at the end here. Just a little something extra you can do. I melted some almond bark and I put just a little bit of lard in it. Because after that almond bark has been melted, when it dries, you still want it to shine. Yeah, this is an example right here. I did this earlier today. It's I made peanut butter fudge and I added Rice Krispies to it. And you just dip it in the hot chocolate and let it cool. But I like that almond bark because, you know, when you buy it, it's already hard. So, but you gotta be careful. You gotta just heat it like 20 seconds at a pop, because you don't want to burn that crap. It's too expensive to mess up. And all you do is just dip whatever you want to put chocolate on. Some people do pretzels, some people do crackers. I mean, it's anything you want to put some chocolate covering on. You get you some of that chocolate almond bark, warm it up in the microwave with a little bit of lard in it. And when I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit, you know, like, I think on half a bar of that almond bark was like 4 blocks. I think I might have used 2 tablespoons. But it helps make it creamy where you can stir it. You can crazy stuff. Like here was one of my Rice Krispie treats. The last one, I didn't eat that one. You can like dip it halfway in there. And you know, you can do strawberries. Just whatever you want to add a little chocolate to. Kind of cool. Well, that's all I wanted to show you. Just little ways to jazz it up. So I'll finish up this last block of fudge here. I'm gonna coat it in chocolate. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Merry Christmas.